way being pioneered by someone who grew up in and chose to exit from the mainstream consumer culture, whether the path taken in the parallel universe is that of a farmer, homemaker, craftsperson, or artist, the urgent need to build this universe remains. Mainstream American consumer culture is rapidly going the way of the dinosaurs. It is not a happy existence. There is now between 10 and 20 times as much depression as there was 50 years ago, and it is starting younger. Whereas the average age was once 29.5, it now sets in at around 14 or 15. Mood disorders affect about 10% of our population in any given year. And I was just looking online, checking over some of these statistics, and I learned that the National Institute of Mental Health estimates that 1 in 4 American adults suffers from a diagnosable mental disorder in any given year. So look 2 people to your left, look 2 people to your right, and I'll let you decide. No, not in this room. Here it's probably 4 and 4 if it was the National Institute of Mental Health. Yeah. Okay. In 2000, it was estimated that every year 750,000 people made a suicide attempt. More than 2,000 people per day, or 1 every 15 minutes. In any given year, 34,000 Americans succeed. According to a PBS report today, 125 million Americans are suffering with chronic health conditions, and 60 million live with multiple chronic health conditions. I have a note here. In fact, these numbers have gone up. The CDC recently released a report stating that between 1999 and 2006, chronic health conditions plagued 45% of American adults. So that number is climbing. According to the advocacy group Families USA, 86.7 million Americans were without health insurance between some point in 2007 and 2009, and even the Census Bureau, with its more conservative numbers, acknowledges that now it's up to 50 million Americans who are living without health insurance. That's over 16% of the population. Mainstream consumer culture food systems are not nourishing us. The mainstream consumer culture healthcare system is not serving us. And the lifestyle is not keeping us happy. Couple that with the you're still looking for, who's the 1 in 4. I can hear it back there. Couple that with the dwindling fossil fuel reserves, and you do have legitimate cause to abandon a sinking ship, which is why our involvement in the parallel universe is so critical. We need to concentrate our energies on making this way of life truly viable, on expanding the creativity and joy that it offers. Right now, this parallel universe is considered a niche in our country, a small alternative path. It must grow. It must make room for the rest of America to join us. And to do that, more of us must join it. And I should add, this is not a simple hop that one makes from one paradigm to another. A transition to the parallel universe is a transformational process. I can't be sure, but I suspect that Abby, the former intern, was going through just that. Even though I was born into farming, I too had to go through a transition to shed my own conventional aspirations. To bring this around to the beginning, it started with my pursuit of an education. And I have to admit, confession is my way of purifying the soul. When I did commence grad school, I was eating white bread sandwiches and Oreo cookies every day for lunch. So in defense of that, we are all on a path, and there's just no room for judgment. To make this world succeed, we must exercise tolerance for both ourselves and those around us. No 2 people are going to cross this threshold by the same path, nor at the same time. What matters is that more of us keep crossing it, and that the rest of us keep welcoming them. There is a place in this fast-changing world for continued optimism and joy, for a life in harmony with the earth and all her creatures. And the more of us who choose to inhabit this parallel universe, the more she will expand to accommodate everyone, and there will be room at the table. Thank you.